Okay, this is a video to help remind you about slope. We're going to do practice 6-1, so you'll be getting this handout, and it'll go right along with that. The top, it says slope is equal to m, it's equal to rise over run. The easiest way to find the slope from the graph is to count the rise and the run. So let's do that on problem 1. They even have the dots selected for you. You don't have to use their dots. You can do this without selected dots. But what we're going to do is we're going to count the rise and the run. We're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1, 2, 3. So problem 1 had a rise of 5 and a run of 3. You can't reduce that. If you could, you would need to. If it was like 6 over 3, you would need to reduce that to 2. If you look at number 2, you notice that that line goes down. The rise is actually a fall. When that happens, don't forget that it's going to be a negative. Now, number 7 asks you to find the slope, and they give you a pair of points. Now, I know that you could plot those points on a graph, and you could count the rise and the run, but we want you to use this formula. So here's the formula for slope. And the very first thing you do is you label and be very careful. The easiest mistake to make is to try to get these mixed up. So let's be very careful. We want y sub 2, which is 3, minus y sub 1. I kind of put a line through it when I use it so I don't go back and get it again. Y sub 1 is 2. X sub 2 is 4. There it is. And x sub 1 is 1. And then we do the math. 3 minus 2 is 1, and 4 minus 1 is 3. So the slope for number 7 is 1/3. 17 says to find the rate of change, which means you're going to have to pay attention to their scale on the sides. It's still the change in rise or vertical change over horizontal change. So we're going to pick 2 good points. We're going to pick this point and this point. So it goes up from 2 to 4. It goes up 2 miles. Sometimes you have to read over here and it might say thousands of meters or something like that. But this time it just says 2 miles. And it went up, so it's positive. And then it went over from here to here 10 seconds. Find the rate of change. So it's 2 miles in 10 seconds. So we're going to simplify that. That would be 1 mile in 5 seconds, or 0.2 miles per second. 3 different ways you could answer that. I'd take all of those, except you do need to simplify. 2 over 10 will simplify. 23, we're going to use the formula again. There's x sub 1 and y sub 1, x sub 2 and y sub 2. And we're going to use them in this formula. So we're going to start with y sub 2, which is negative 6, minus negative 10. Now, when you put a negative 10 back there, eventually that's going to say negative 6 plus 10. Don't forget that. 5 minus 2. If you're not good with handling those, put it in your calculator. Negative 6 minus negative 10 is 4. 5 minus 2 is 3. So my slope on 23 is 4/3.